is war, and it's on tonight, so get up and fight, get up and fight. You've had all your life to run and hide. Step up, now step up, let's do this. Fight, 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 fight.
Good evening and welcome to War Wrestling. This is the road to nowhere. Normally it leads exactly there, but the opener, wow, do we have a good one?
Match is scheduled for one fall.
Yes, before we get Coach Steve.
Introducing
Steve,
first
I mean, you start off
Winnipeg,
white hot coming out of the gate with Ryan Michaels. The guy that you take on.
Well, we're starting out with Mr. White Christmas, Mr. Classically trained, Mr. Careless Whisper. He is him, that guy, Ryan Michaels.
He's got a lot of nicknames.
We just kind of add him on as it goes along.
He's also kind of ditched the tights. I mean, he's back to the longs.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming out here with a different attitude, a different look.
Same anger, though.
Same anger. He just has not figured out yet exactly how to one-up his opponent here tonight.
Also, the fact that, remember, it wasn't that long ago that he would keep the sunglasses on while he was working, but apparently he's now Mr. All Business.
No, he's Mr. Yeah, well, there you go. That's another nickname to add, but here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is the man that's all about some business right here.
Dojo.
Yeah, you really don't want to mess around with Orlando Christopher, the World Wrestling Hall of Famer, the Respect Champion, the Tag Team Champion, and just tell by the look on his face, he didn't really like how a lot of things last month went down.
No, but he did pull out a very nice reversal victory over Ryan Michaels last month. And I'm excited to see exactly how is Michaels preparing himself for the third installment of this. Because right now, Orlando Christopher's 2-0.
And you got to believe Michaels is just seething. I mean, that's a long time between the end of the last show and the start of this one he asked specifically to get this match at the beginning of this event because he said he just could not wait anymore. It's just been killing him that he cannot beat Orlando Christopher.
I think, we've seen it right now. I don't think the end of the matches really tell the story here. I know Ryan right now, deep down inside, in the back of his mind, he knows that he is better than Orlando Christopher. He cannot believe that Orlando Christopher has 2 wins over him. And as of right now, I think you're going to see a whole different side of Ryan Michaels here tonight.
We've seen the technician over the years and kind of the calculated. We've seen him a little cocky, trying to have fun, all that. But I mean, now, like you said, I think he's got that violent streak that it's very possible that he's going to try to unleash. But I mean, if there's a book of secrets, not the one Nick Cage tried to find, but this one of wrestling, there's a damn good chance that Orlando Christopher has read all the chapters, maybe even wrote a few.
Yeah, that's the same. I mean, even last month, Ryan Michaels pulls off that beautiful power slam, and Orlando Christopher had a reversal right for it. 1, 2, 3. Ryan Michaels could not believe it. But tonight, I feel like Ryan's probably went home, watched those other 2 matches. He's done his homework, and there's probably not anything that Orlando Christopher is going to be able to pull out of his hat that Michaels probably is not going to be ready for tonight.
This is the same Orlando Christopher, though, that in this building nearly decapitated another human being by jumping off the top of where we're sitting at with no regard for human safety. And that was a guy that he said he had respect for. What do you think he's going to do to Ryan Michaels if he gets the chance?
Oh, these 2 are willing to tear each other apart from limb to limb. They're both just stubborn. They're not going to give up to one another. They're not just going to walk away from a loss. So they're both right now. Ryan Michaels, the ball's in Orlando Christopher's court, but oh no, nice roll up.
Turned it into a roll up. That's that veteran thing, the old chicken salad play.
Grab something if you go down and something's free, grab a hold of it.
Orlando, just so smart. I mean, you're not going to find many guys who have put him down easy. You look around the Midwest, look around the country, and you see him pop up on a card. That's not a popcorn opener match. That's you best be in the seat by start time because you're going to get a 5-star performance.
Yeah, you're going to get exactly what you paid your money to get in here for. Right there, big elbow. Didn't quite take Michaels off his feet, but did stagger him enough to get that headlock takeover. Now Orlando Christopher in full control.
I think he might have stunned him a little bit, to be honest with you. We saw that in the pre-show match about how effective a back elbow is, and you see kind of how Michael's able to work himself back up to his feet, but you wonder, is he oh, never mind.
Whoa, there's a big back elbow.
Gave him one of his own.
Yeah, knocked him right out of the ring. Can't win the match outside. Michael seems to know that. He is so willing, he is so eager to win this thing. Every move. Let's see how close I can keep his shoulders down to the mat.
Well, and you know, that might be also a difference. The more kind of edgy, vindictive Ryan Michaels, that in the past, maybe he would have kind of celebrated a little bit, would have left Orlando on the outside. Now he wants to beat, and is great move by Orlando to just kind of wait and catch the foot. But he's so obsessed with beating Orlando Christopher, leg whip, that now he's just kind of throwing caution by the wayside.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, like, right now he's not thinking straight. He's not, I mean, the game plan that he's probably came in here with is seek and destroy, get out of here as fast, as early as he can, get that win over Christopher, let his mind go at ease a little bit.
It's not really a surprise in this match, given what has happened with the Dirty, with the Hall of Fame over the years of everybody firmly behind the camp of Orlando Christopher.
You got to think right now, Orlando Christopher in full swing here, working on that leg. He does have that nice clover leaf.
Uh-oh. And it's kind of apropos that he would be trying to do it to a guy with those pants and that color scheme.
Well, this guy's been known, the guy with those pants and that color scheme, he's been known to use a sharpshooter. So right now, technically, you got a guy who uses the clover leaf with a guy who uses a sharpshooter. And
there
right
you go.
now,
Just a nasty situation.
Oh.
Christopher knowing he's got roughly 4.5 seconds before he's got to let that go.
I mean, the wear and tear on that on Michael's leg, that pulls on every single muscle, knee, thigh, quad, everything. It just puts everything in agony.
Not even counting the fact that he wrapped his leg around the post a couple of times. So now, you know, with Michaels and kind of how he's able to work, Orlando Christopher, just dumped him on the back of his head. But Christopher limiting the mobility of Ryan Michaels, too. Something about a one-legged man.
Doesn't win that contest.
Doesn't go well, I think. Try to kick a guy with one leg. Christopher slides back in and smartly, maybe thinking Michaels is thinking about his knee. Thought he might be able to sneak in that 3 count.
Right now, you see Ryan Michaels, he is really wrenching at that left knee. He's hurting. Wait a minute. Here comes that clover leaf. Oh, Michaels.
Looked like he thumbed him in the eye.
Nice kick out.
Christopher, though, able to stay up on top of it. And you see right where the pressure is with that left foot.
Yeah, it's like a variation of a calf crusher there. Just putting all the pressure on that knee.
He took about 6 moves and kind of combined them into one and said, I'm just going to make him a pink pretzel till he taps out.
Right now, this was not in Ryan Michaels' playbook.
Michaels, though, is in that hard situation because not only the fact that he's got to stay away from saying that he quits with that pressure that must be wrenching on his knee, but he's also got to not lay back and get pinned.
Yeah, he's in a double. Oh, there! Look at this, right to the eyes.
The second time that he's done it
He's
right in front of the
biting him.
referee.
Surprised referee didn't give him a little bit of a warning there.
How do you throw a clothesline with that much power on one leg?
Well, I mean, if you take a look, Michaels is very well in shape, takes very good care of himself. Oh, there's that power slam, but it took all the knees took all the blunt when it came down.
I think that's the problem, is he has to exert so much just to be able to pick Orlando Christopher up to do that.
As you can hear right now, the crowd is getting behind Orlando. But even though Michaels is down holding that left knee, that power slam took a lot out of Orlando Christopher.
Yeah, Both guys trying to figure out how to beat this 10 count as we're up to now 7.
Hopefully Michaels can get up on his one leg.
Kind of the same thing with Michaels earlier, that Christopher was dropped right on the back of the noggin.
Oh.
Orlando throwing firmly planted punches, whereas Michaels trying to come back to his base.
Yeah, Michaels is resorting to those forearms. Oh!
Mama said knock you out.
Frank, that Frankensteiner, though. No, and Orlando Christopher.
He's been around the block.
Now Michaels, now he has to go out and use extra strength, extra energy on one leg to try to get him up and get him back into the ring.
See if he can do it. Center of the ring. 1-2.
Oh. Had him in a deep, deep cover there, too.
But you wonder how much, though. I mean, obviously, we just talked about a little bit ago about the sharpshooter, about those submissions, of the base that you need to be able to stand yourself to pull some of that stuff off.
Oh.
Christopher with the inside cradle. 1-2. But how much, as Christopher smartly tries to go right back to it, how much can Michaels stand to be able to do that?
And there's a big spine buster. Well, we're about to find out. Let's find out.
He's got to turn him over, though.
He's got it locked in. He's dead center.
Able to pull down deep as OC. Nowhere to go. Straight in the center of the ring. Even the long way, having to make that crawl.
But if he didn't have that messed up knee, I'm pretty sure Orlando Christopher could not walk that easy. Oh, digging down deep, pulling him. Oh. Did the knee just give out?
That's what I thought happened. Christopher kind of phrased himself out just enough. But I love Orlando Christopher's ring awareness, because no matter where he's been at in this match, whether it was knocked down in the center with a hurricane rana, he just finds himself on the outside of, I'm going to get out of harm's way.
Yeah, like right there you saw Michaels. Michaels grabbed the rope. Instead of going all the way out, Christopher slid himself out to halfway to the outside. Oh!
And if your knee didn't hurt before,
it is
will now.
Definitely going to be hurting now.
Orlando Christopher with the cover. 1, 2, and 3. No.
Michaels kicking out at about 2.8 there.
I think he might have just kind of, I don't even know, trying with the underhook.
What a pedigree.
That's it. 1, 2, and 3. And again, how does Christopher get out of that one?
Right now, Ryan Michaels has literally gave Orlando Christopher everything in the playbook. The power slam, the spine buster, the pedigree. He had him locked in the sharpshooter for a brief moment. What else did what does he have to do right now to try to keep Orlando Christopher down? As long as I've known Michaels, that is the bread and butter of the playbook.
Maybe put him through a table, hit him with a car. I think at this point, Orlando Christopher, kind of know what you're saying, that's the worst thing, is that Christopher knows all those plays, obviously. Oh, no. He's got something in mind. He's going to go back to it. If one wasn't enough, because now OC has seen everything. And he's got to know he did. He knew it was coming the second time. On the duck.
Oh, no.
Michaels. And again, dropped him right on his face.
Oh, right into the clover. Oh, my God, right into the cloverleaf out of the Frankensteiner.
Just a brilliant roll through on the submission. Wow, Michaels has got a tap, if nothing else for his health, and he does.
He's tapping. Ryan Michaels.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match,
0-3.
Orlando.
Against Orlando Christopher.
And this is not going to sit well with Ryan Michaels, I would think. Just a beautiful roll through on that reversal when it looked like OC was maybe going to be DOA on that move. He's able to pick up the reversal and the win.
I am absolutely shocked. I am flabbergasted on the fact that Orlando Christopher in the last 2 months has figured out exactly how to counter everything Ryan Michaels has to offer.
Michaels right now trying to figure out how to counter out and maybe get himself to the hospital to have his knee looked at.
Right now, this is where Ryan Michaels needs to take it back, lick your wounds, and maybe come to fight another day.
I think there are times in life maybe you just let one go. I think Orlando Christopher is trying to make peace it seems, with Ryan Michaels.
Hey, these two gentlemen right here, in the last 3 months have pushed each other to the limit.
And he told him, hey, let me shake your hand. And Michaels, what is he going to do here? And I still think at some point you just make peace and move on. Sometimes you just can't beat a guy. That was a heck of a wrestling match to open up, but Michaels
just backing away.
How do you still not have respect for the guy who's beaten you multiple times now?
Well, Michaels is a prideful human being, and, he's hurt. He's hurt more than just his knee. His pride's hurt, his ego's hurt, and he just can't figure out how to beat Orlando Christopher.
Not a lot of people have done it here in War Wrestling. So Orlando Christopher, the Hall of Famer, continues on his winning streak here in War. That is one heck of a kickoff to the road to nowhere.
I tell you what, I'm going to go talk to Ryan Michaels and see exactly how he feels right now after that loss with Orlando Christopher. I'll be back.
So we kick off the show with one heck of an opener. We go to match number 2 and joined now by Brandon Day because Steve had to go check on Ryan Michaels. But I love what the women's division has been doing here in War, and I know you've got a pretty keen interest in this match.
Oh, absolutely. Leela Feist is going to be no easy task for the next lady that's going to come out here, but she's absolutely someone that I know very well. Graduate of the Unchained Wrestling Academy, the lavish queen, Paris McQueen.
She has really made a mark here in War Wrestling the last handful of months. Has been involved in a little bit of everything. And again, I love the feistiness, not to steal a pun, but of her, because it seems like she's taken a lot of what you've shown and what you've taught her and applied it very quickly here in one of the best promotions around.
Yeah, and I couldn't be more proud of her. She may be too much like me in the sense that she gets herself involved in she's developed a little bit of a temper.
It's funny, my daughter's 3 and I say the
She's
same thing
the
about her.
smartest.
You can pick up all the good things and you can just leave a couple of those other ones by the wayside.
Absolutely.
From Stafford, Virginia.
But she's absolutely got talent in spades. She's got personality in spades. She got an attitude to match sometimes. And she can wrestle, and that's the key to this.
And it's such a big match, too, because obviously, last couple of matches we've talked about, you have guys who have been around who don't like each other in the opener. Pre-show, we always have kind of those open qualifier matches, but with the way the women's division has been, I mean, the champions, we've had Heather Owens, we've had Paloma Starr, and that other young lady that currently holds the title as well, but these girls get a chance to really show, hey, we belong here, and we belong higher on the card.
Absolutely, and it's an initiative by War Wrestling to feature more women's wrestling, and that is really the key to it. Is it's women's wrestling. They're not out here to just show off and be eye candy. They're athletes. They're fighters.
That might be the Brandon Day thing of always be ready a little bit. Your opponent may try to lull you in, but I guess technically that's the first successful handshake we've had tonight.
Yeah, I mean, she says it right on the back of her outfit. She's the smartest, the sickest, and the bestest for a reason. Those elbows look pretty good, too.
I think Leela's not going to like maybe what happens next, because that's such a calculated move of, it's great if it works for you out of the gate, but if you don't, you've now kind of maybe tipped your hand a little bit.
Yeah, and she comes prepared for everything. This was a match that she and I had scouted Leela a little bit for, and she's got some ideas on how she can overcome the experience edge, which obviously that Leela has over her.
And obviously, with Leela too, where her training comes from, I mean, having Jake Oman in the background of, that guy, he knows a couple of things too.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, Jake Oman's one of the guys I respect most in professional wrestling. He and I have done battle a couple of times as well. And it's cool to see, the learning tree on both sides being able to meet in the middle here at War Wrestling.
you look at these kind of matches, and with you said being able to scout, kind of moves like that of being able to hold yours completely through it. What was it about this match kind of when you scouted Leela together that you said, all right, be on the lookout for this?
Well, you know, the truth is Leela's had a collarbone injury for the last couple of months, and one of the primary weapons for Paris is that Rude Awakening neck breaker. So that's something that could do some damage if she get into it, and that's what we're looking for.
See, both ladies trying to establish that position of just kind of gaining an upper hand, of working from the basics and trying to kind of call it into something else. And, you know, I really love that we're able to see that. You don't get a lot of that where it's, all right, I want to punch, I want to kick, but to work from that basic is impressive of, I'm just going to continue to build up here.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, at my school and at Jake's Omens as well, we focus on mat wrestling. You know, if you can wrestle, then that's the name of the game, and the fisticuffs and the violence comes later. And Leela's showing a little bit of that right now. Smart move on her part. Don't let her breathe.
It's kind of funny how that worked out. It was almost right on cue. It's like saying a kid's free throw percentage in basketball. You almost spoiled it.
Well, it looks like she miscalculated on that one.
Oh, and a beautiful arm drag right back into the corner. And you continue to build on those, and it's so impressive of, see where this goes. There you go. You were talking about the net breaker of now, at least for a couple of seconds, you've kind of not only incapacitated, but kind of frustrated your opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like Paris hit her mouth right on the turnbuckle pad when she got sent in that time. Might not have had her softened up enough to go for the Rude Awakening right there. Again, just an experience edge on Leela's part.
It's kind of one of those, you know, I might try it early. I might get lucky and just hit it right out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely worth trying, but at this point now she's getting, as they call it, a mud hole stomped in her and walked dry over there in the corner.
I love the follow-up. Again, I love the combination of moves that these young ladies are pulling out of. You can tell there's a little bit of an edge on both sides. You go with that traditional, just kind of kick in the corner. Why not try the trip to gain more leverage?
Absolutely.
The worst thing the referee can do is just yell at you, right?
I mean, it could disqualify you, but you know, George gives a little bit of leeway here and there. As long as she's breaking by 5 in the corner on the rope, she's going to be fine. Paris has got to find a second win here, though, and start fighting back, or she's going to get walked over.
It sounds like that second win might be coming. The crowd obviously firmly behind her as she's locked in the corner. And that's such a big thing, too, because whipped hard in the corner and face first, but to be able to come out here and just kind of feed off that energy of the crowd, I know that's something you know very well.
Yeah, you know, I said it a couple months ago when I gave my retirement speech. You know, everybody in this audience, in this crowd, carried me over the last couple of years when my body was failing. And it really is an intangible difference that early in my career I didn't care about, and then I realized how much I needed it later on.
Well, I'm still working with some people to try to rescind that. Try to make sure that didn't happen. Beautiful roll through, but just that 2 count. We're going to try to turn back Father Time somehow.
That'd be nice.
Here's the DeLorean outside. On the hook, just that same 2 count, but right in the center, kind of working from that base. I kind of feel like this might be a mistake from Leela here of you've got your opponent down, not capitalizing.
Yeah, Paris is very resilient. She threw that shoulder out, turned all the way belly down to make sure that she couldn't get covered again.
The running backside of the face, the hip attack, and you talked about Paris on the turnbuckle on the other side earlier on. It has not really been kind to the facial area.
No, that was devastating.
And again, right back there, you know, you look at that though, and people might say it's a simple thing. Yeah, but go bang your face off of something and think about kind of what that does to your nose or maybe your eyes well up, and now you can't see. Just that quick reversal and those quick chops. It goes to show that violent streak that maybe brought out in Paris.
Yeah, it's not serving her so well right now. Leela's is completely in control of this match.
On the roll through it, another quick back elbow. These are not, again, we talk about being punched in the face. These are not fancy, but they're effective in it. The follow-up and the counter, or the combo to a 2 count.
Dropping all of her weight on her and her knee right in the abdomen, and then her whole body weight in order to try and get a cover there.
That was just that continuing to build of, well, if you can't see with the water in your eyes, you can't breathe because they just kicked you in the stomach a couple of times. Maybe it'll give an opportunity. Instead of bottom of the foot to the face. Try again. 0 for 2 on that quick into the corner, and
She's going for the tarantula.
that is a long way, and it helps having an opponent that has long legs to be able to kind of reach back. If you don't get all of it, you still get enough of it. Paris now feeling like this might be the end and in control. And the leg sweep down.
Good Russian leg sweep.
See if she goes back to the neck breaker,
got
thinking about it. Oh! Celebrating Rick Rude's birthday yesterday, and that might be it. 1, 2, and 3.
Big win. Big win right now
Ladies
for
and
Paris
gentlemen, the
McQueen.
winner of this match,
I
Paris.
said it before, and I'll say it again. I have a pretty good feeling the future is bright for this young lady here in World Wrestling.
Phenomenal. Showed toughness, showed grit, ability to be resilient, and managed to put away a game opponent. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the greatest tag team going today. Hollywood, Adam Swayze and his co-star Rex, the Box Office Blondes, and we are here at War Wrestling to show the entire tag team division and you critics that your favorites just simply weren't made for Hollywood. And that,
What is it, Adam?
that's a wrap.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event is scheduled for one fall.
So Brandon Day is
Introducing first,
he's gone for now, but Coach Steve found his way back.
Black,
Yeah, I went to go check on Michael, see how he felt about it.
representing the Wikked from Boston, Massachusetts. Lycan Alex Lynch.
This is a different kind of young man. We've seen him in the last couple of months in Alex Lynch, and he brought that Jezebel Jexy Black down with him too.
Jexy just one of many of sideshows in her attraction that she has.
She's the P.T. Barnum of War Wrestling. This is
Like the Ripley's Believe It or Not.
right, Ripley's You Don't Want to Believe It or Not. So pretty much just skip to the next chapter, because when you see her in tow, you pretty much know violence is about to follow.
And most of the times you just see one, the other like four lurking somewhere.
Most of the times I hide. I just put like a hoodie on and just try to hide, but a big opportunity for Isaiah Moore.
Weighing 203
It is a War Wrestling debut.
pounds, the human highlight, Isaiah Moore.
And I don't know a ton about Isaiah Moore, but one thing I can tell you is this young man can flat out fly. He doesn't get the nickname the human highlight reel for just being on a card on a Tuesday. He's got a lot to prove here, and I'm just being honest with you, this is kind of a handicap match.
I don't think, I know he's new here at War, and maybe barking up the Jexy Black tree is not the way to go.
Yeah, the problem with that is it's like the levels in Mortal Kombat where you have to continue to beat the bosses on the way up.
But the bad thing is with Jexy, you don't even have to beat him. Like, if you just make her mad,
That's true.
she'll sick the hounds on you, man.
You got to go through the Wikked and then the Beastman at the top of the pyramid. I tell you what, though, I gave it to Isaiah because I think he thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Stern. Oh,
That's a smart move. Moore realized that Alex Lynch was going to try to punch him in the face.
Lynch cocked back there. Moore snatched that headlock on.
Oh, jumped right back up to his feet on the leap. What a jump. Oh!
Oh!
You used to do that back in the day, right?
Who, me?
That leapfrog dropkick combination?
Oh, buddy, I might be able to still do it. I don't know.
How big is the trampoline?
Exactly.
Well, that is, again, an impressive feat and a high backflip. The motion picture is going to eat it up. Lynch.
Lord is chucking
Now with a full head of steam, Isaiah. Give him more. Jumped right into the front row.
You know, most people come through the rope in a darting, you know. He jumped up and out through the middle rope.
Athleticism for days. And now it's Lynch who's trying to figure out where he's at.
Oh!
The high cross body didn't stick the landing. Barely got a 2 count, but
I don't think this is how Jexy Black expected Lynch to be handling more here.
oh, and again, I said it was a handicap match. Lynch
Didn't seem to slightly
using the numbers on the roll through. Oh, and a dip up
Oh!
into a Pele kick. Goal on that one. Kicked him right in the face, and Lynch, the House of Truth graduate, with a massive clothesline.
That right there, my friends, will show you right now exactly why strength and size can shut down the aerial assaults very quickly.
That is just.
I mean,
It's
that
just
was
violence for the sake of violence.
one giant clothesline from Lynch. Literally knocked the wind out of Moore's sails right there.
Alex Lynch, we saw him a couple of months ago as one of the many guys that helped screw over Brandon Day for the World Wrestling Championship, and ultimately, as Brandon talked about in the last match, kind of resulted in him breaking down a little faster than anticipated and retiring.
I sat next to the man last month, and watching him grip a hold of this pole, wanting to get into almost every action that there was. I mean, I understand the retirement, but that fire is still burning deep.
Yeah, Father Time unfortunately makes cowards of us all, as the saying goes. Lynch with a whip into the corner, and he followed it up with an elbow that was nearly to the temple.
Lynch right now wasting a little time jaw dropping there. He just
Well, he did, though. He followed it up with an impressive maneuver.
yes, he did. Jexy now. There's the numbers game that we're always talking about.
Now just trying to get air back into his lungs is Isaiah Moore. Talk about guys and gals making their debuts here tonight, but you get this point in the card, you've got people really paying attention. This is, I thought it was going to be a chop. It's kind of more of a brutalization with the forearm.
Yeah, more just a big giant clubbing.
So Moore trying to figure out where exactly in Lima the Bradfield Community, up and over where the Community Association is located.
Kind of got himself stuck in a trio woe there.
He's still in a woe position. Not the fun Joey Lawrence one either. It's another big eat of the turnbuckle. And how many times have you seen that? The slide through and the super kick.
Oh, right there.
The question is, do you think Lynch meant to do that or just kind of backed into it?
I don't know. I think Moore went to give him something there, but Lynch was on top of it.
Or got enough for the clothesline and used that long, lanky body. It's his speed in those combinations, and
Black Mass style spin kick, picking Lynch up.
Death Valley driver in the roll through all the way up to the top. Lynch is in no man's land. The road to nowhere is running right over Alex Lynch right now.
Right now, Jexy Black cannot believe exactly what's happening. Oh!
And the high splash.
Moore was in the rafters.
1-2, and at the last second, Joe Copaz trying to hold his hands together. It was that close. I think if he had kind of a laugh of, I swore I put my hands together.
He said we were talking mere.
Slide a sheet of paper in there. That might be about it. Moore
going for a knee.
Lynch with a roll up, and still just that 2 count.
Big.
See the bend on that super kick. Now a full head of steam and a spear.
Beautiful
God is my
spear.
witness. He broke him in half. That's it.
3.
He used the momentum
Ladies and gentlemen,
of
the
a man
winner
coming
of
at him
this match,
and flipped
he
it back like a
liked
fulcrum and knocked him out.
Alex Lynch!
I would say it would be an impressive debut here for Moore, but Alex Lynch used all of the momentum coming off of Moore's and delivered a very impressive spear.
I've said this a lot, but I hope there's a doctor in the back. So Jexie's 1-0 on the night. She's got a couple more coming up. But Alex Lynch paying dividends.
Alex Lynch will be in Jexie's good graces as he pulls off her reverse victory for her tonight.
She's only going to take 60% of his pay.
I don't understand what all that is, but
I don't think that was very...
I don't think that was towards us, actually.
I hope not. That wasn't very appropriate. Act like a lady.
I don't think that was towards us.
I think you should go find out if that was towards us or not. Handful of impressive debuts through the course of this show so far. This event has been, well, dominated by folks trying to make their mark. And Garcon is definitely going to be a name that we're going to keep an eye on.
Yeah, absolutely. Storm, really phenomenal talent.
Garcon!
Credit to Aaron Williams as her trainer. Can't go wrong with, I don't like the guy. I've never liked the guy, but I'll never deny
He
that
kicks a lot of people in the face.
Yeah, he's hands down one of the best wrestlers I've ever touched in my entire life. And coming with a pedigree like that, big things are expected.
I've always said, if you're going to have that many nicknames, you better be pretty good.
Absolutely.
I don't even think he remembers half of them. Well, this is kind of another proving ground sort of match because Storm has got a, well, let's just say, pretty well-tenured and pretty good opponent coming out in a second.
Oh, yeah, somebody I know really, really well. And these people are going to be excited to see.
I think there's going to be some hot sauce. It's kind of the build of the anticipation for the former War Wrestling Women's Champion on her way out momentarily into Paloma Starr. And, I love when Paloma comes to town because that big things are going to follow. It is going to be a spicy evening. And she's already been involved in not only some of the biggest women's matches here in War, but some of the biggest moments in the last 10 years of War Wrestling.
Absolutely. Main event. First women's main event, War anniversary event.
In a cage match and a banana. There was a whole thing, and she and Heather Owens, and and there's the eternal struggle that she's had. First it started over a jacket with Shauna Reed, and then it turned into kind of a blossoming of, all right, maybe they're kind of on the same page. No, you put that big championship belt in the way, and all of a sudden, everything goes out the window.
I mean, that's one constant in professional wrestling is that women don't get along. So at the end of the day, they're out here to do what's best for them, and as they should, right? That's what this is for. There's no prize for number 2.
The worst part about that is I leaned in because I was waiting to see which one that was going to be. I thought it was maybe when jewelry is involved, bad things happen. But yeah, no,
you count the belt as jewelry.
Hey, you take the heat for that. I'll be over here.
That's okay. I like things spicy. Paloma knows that.
You're retired now. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But this is, again, kind of a contrast in styles, too, because you look at Paloma, and, I mean, with her training, 16 years of experience. She won the Battle Royal here at the anniversary show last year, and really fans are going to be behind her. This is one that you kind of, as a newcomer, have to, if you're Storm, kind of have to take everybody else out of the equation.
Yeah, she needs to focus on the lady right in front of her, who is bigger, stronger, more experienced. Her own pedigree of training. She and Cody Jones and I all trained at Team Taz together. It was an experience that made all of us better athletes, better fighters, better performers.
It's amazing that he let you survive it.
Barely. Some
Or any of
didn't.
you, really.
Some didn't, to be perfectly honest. So.
But But it is, you talked about it with Storm and kind of with where her training comes from of you get that Aaron Williams training, but you also kind of get that Cody Hawk experience of, all right, they're not going to give you the entire set of encyclopedias. They're going to make you buy different volumes as you go along, but the first handful that you get are pretty damn good.
Yeah, and
Paloma.
Finding out now she probably shouldn't have slapped Paloma in the face.
Yeah, historically it's not worked out for young ladies that have done it.
Good move on Storm's part, though, getting to the outside, getting a breather.
And,
you can see it on her face.
We've seen many different iterations of Paloma, too. And that's not going to be the happy one, but kind of coming in, being serious, being kind of more light, more jovial. Right now, the one we're seeing of her reeling on her back.
Yeah, she took a big shot there from Storm.
I think Storm did really not appreciate the Paloma signs near the entrance.
Well, those guys gave me signs earlier today, too. It was pretty cool. Get to hang them up in the school when we get back next week.
It is, it's one of the neatest parts of being able to kind of figure out that control of the crowd, but in control now. Storm, such a smart move for such a youngster in the business of not the traditional, just kind of, I don't want to say softer, but of the two, Irish whip of use your entire body weight and momentum, go down to the knees and get that extra push.
Absolutely, and she threw Paloma off balance. She couldn't even try to protect herself. She ended up eating that. I mean, those ropes, that's elevator cable with a little bit of rubber hose around it. It is not fun to hit. It's one of the toughest things to get used to as a wrestler is just how painful those ropes can be. And so is that foot to the face.
It's also probably the first thing where you're like, yeah, I'm okay with not doing that anymore.
Yeah, it weeds out a lot of folks early on.
Storm, though, able to capitalize early on, but now it feels like kind of a younger mistake of not going right back to it, kind of giving Paloma time to reset herself. Effective, though, to come right back to it.
A nice float over into a guillotine.
That feels like an Aaron Williams move that I've seen a couple of times.
Yeah, that's a fantastic move. Paloma's just fighting her way out of it. She's in a bad spot.
Kind of punch herself right back up to the feet, though, but Paloma in a world of trouble, standing in the middle, and first the kick and then the knee, and Paloma realized she can't go to that well again, and a massive back elbow.
Spinning back elbow, senton.
I love the confidence of that being it. 1-2, and just not enough for Paloma, but that's the reversal where I was talking. You don't continue on, just kind of continue to put Paloma out of, she's going to come back.
Absolutely. She's tough, she's tenacious, and she's been to the dance before.
Sometimes a shortcut helps out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
I think you owe somebody $20 for saying that out loud.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure he'll come after you for that. It's just straight brutalization by Storm.
I mean, take advantage while you can. She's down. Don't let her back up if you can.
Like I said, I love the moxie of how Storm, the first time we've gotten to see her work, and she's got a lot of big pieces you can tell about building forward, and a win here would certainly be a huge notch to the belt as Paloma thought she was going to have kind of a reversal.
Oh, double knees. She needs to cover. She needs to pull her to the center and cover. There she goes. She might have wasted time, though.
1, 2, and kind of exactly as you said, that just split hesitation of turning around to the fans in the front row who have been giving her some guff throughout this matchup. Did you see what I did? Did you like that?
Rookie mistake, not a rookie mistake, but a mistake in general. We all get guilty of it. We get caught up in the emotion, but it could have cost her the match.
Paloma tried to lock it low, but Storm and down on the face, and there were a couple of ways that one could have gone, but none of them were going to go well for Paloma, and she might be out. 1, 2, and
just upper body strength that time, able to get her shoulders off the mat.
I've always said at times you might kind of twitch on that of, I'm not going out that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of times as a wrestler you're in there, you don't even realize it's what's happening until the mat wakes you up. It lets you know that something bad is happening. You kick out on instinct.
Almost elbows to the kidney as Storm now up on the shoulders, and Paloma put a lot of challenges away, and
Plants her face first with a bulldog out of a Samoan drop.
At first, I wasn't sure who got the worst of that. Kind of both ladies now in the middle of the mat trying to figure out. You know you have 10 seconds. It's got to kind of be the hardest thing of you're trying to will yourself back up. You know you've got 10 seconds, but your body's just, hey, just give me a second.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. You hear the referee counting, you hear the crowd clapping. The heart is willing, but the body's not willing sometimes.
Paloma. So it's quick attacks. This is normally where she starts to get fired up towards the ending. She's got the pattern of Starr face first in the bulldog.
Starr's in trouble right now.
Paloma up on the quarter, and again, kind of that the reverse of that bulldog, face first again. I don't know that Paloma knew where she landed.
Yeah, she actually was turning around looking for her.
So wait a second, you dumped her clear over here. This in the early part of this, and we talked about it a couple of matches ago when you were out here, but to have these two prominent women's matches on this show shows, wait a second.
What is she doing out here?
Why is she out here? But it shows how great women's wrestling is in World Wrestling.
And I think Leela Feist realizes she dropped down the rankings a bit today. She's maybe trying to make a name for herself in another way by picking out a big dog in Paloma Starr.
She hit the referee by accident?
That wasn't an accident. Pump kick to the face.
Paloma might be fouled next week. Storm with a 3 count, and again went right to the audience. But
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner
I guess
of this match.
I don't know how to get by with a little help from my friends.
A win's a win. At the end of the day, she gets the victory. She moves up the rankings. She's closer now to a shot at Shauna Reed, which is what all these women are vying for. And that's something she could put on her resume for a long time, that she took out somebody like Paloma Starr. That does not happen easily. Help or not.
There are not many times that a women's champion has suffered a defeat like that, or a former women's champion, but I got a feeling, again, I said this before with the first match, but I got a feeling she's got a bright future.
Yeah, things are heating up in the War Women's division. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see what everybody can contribute and do. And it's going to be fun to watch what happens going into 2025 with the War Women's division.
Oh, hi there, Paloma. You think you're the biggest and baddest that War Wrestling has to offer? Well, there are some new kids on the block. And by the way, how did losing taste this evening? Because come January 11th, you're going to be losing again to me, Miss Leela Feist. See you then.
Well, I will say I caught up with Jexy, and those crotch chops were for us.
I don't
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is scheduled for one
quite
fall.
know what to say here.
Introducing
I gotta be
first,
honest with you.
accompanied to the ring by Coach Cat. From
Coach Cat.
Ohio, the professional, Brandon Fields.
Brandon Fields, Coach Cat's #1 draft pick.
Where was that draft held at? Was it in Rio de Janeiro?
No, that's actually like right here at the old Bradfield, community center.
You were saying?
It was held right here.
Don't worry, Slick Rick doesn't know either. Hey, the good thing about that is that if you want to get caught up on World Wrestling, you can always go to YouTube and find Valor Media.
Exactly, all the shows are on there.
I don't know why Brandon Fields was staring at me. I didn't do anything to him.
It was probably because you don't believe he was in the first-round draft pick.
I just wondered what kind of draft that was.
I mean, it was literally he came out with a clipboard and was like, all right, I'm drafting this guy.
The worst part was that he agreed to it. Do you think he drove here in that outfit? Wait a second.
Check it out! Brandon Fields!
Wait a second. This is not.
The way I see it, last time Cody Jones had a shot at you he didn't know about your sneaky little manager. But now he knows about it. And I feel like given the proper chance, I think he can take you and step up and challenge for the respect title.
Well, who would know better than the champ?
Well, last month, Brandon Fields and Apollo Starr had a little agreement that they got to pick each other's opponents.
From Chicago, Illinois, Cody Jones.
And it looks exactly who Apollo Starr has chose is Cody Jones.
Well, just think about it, though. Think about Cody Jones. The newly platinum blonde Cody Jones the last handful of times, but I actually double take when I saw him the first time. So wait a second. But established is pretty much his middle name in War Wrestling because former War Wrestling champion, it's not as if it was a fly-by-night title reign. He had a ton of big, challenging defenses. And Bradfield, you've had your issues with John Paul. You've had your issues with the King. You've had a lot of these guys that, through his own admission, he said, I'm done with the comedy.
Well, I think that was the whole point of that crusade, was to stop all the gimmick wrestling and just get down to wrestling. You know, right now, Brandon Fields probably looks across the ring and sees Cody Jones. He knows the tail of the tape on Cody Jones, but he wants that tail of the tape for himself. And Coach Cat thinks he's got Brandon Fields in the perfect position to go after that War Respect title here tonight. Well, not tonight, but to get him one step closer. Yeah, one step closer for that War Respect title.
So you're going to take down a professional to find a star.
Oh.
I don't know what the, just the get-up kind of.
I don't know, it looks like the coach already pulled a hamstring doing that little shuffle over there in the corner.
I think he needs a timeout. Not a timeout per se, like he needs to go in a timeout somewhere far. Jones with a beautiful takedown on the head scissors.
And Cody Jones coming back from that surgery.
And you know, he jumped so far that kind of forearm shot was almost to the back of the head.
Well, the up and over, put him right over. Fields giving himself a second, but
yeah, I don't think that he was the genius on that one.
No,
but Cody with that leap through the ropes and down. That's been the finish for a handful of guys where they put guys away with that, but just the force of being able to come in off the ropes like that, but he did not hook the leg.
But being a professional, being the big man that Brandon Fields is, right out the gate this early, right in front of the referee.
Throw him out of here.
Throw him out.
I don't know what high school he got fired from, but he is out of here.
Hey. Referee George ain't playing these games tonight.
George blew his own whistle, and I think Coach has been relieved of his duties.
Coach just better take this throw out and just go ice down that hamstring he's limping around with. I tell you what, his game plan tonight just went out the window.
Please escort that man out of the building. Thank you. Fields wasted a lot of time, though. He was able to get back in control, but there was a lot of nonsense there.
You know, I think that the only game plan that coach should have just told Brandon Fields before he left was just win. Win, baby, win.
I think George told him to hit the showers.
And if you can't win harder. That's game plan B right there.
That's 1 and 1A. Neither one of them is going to probably draw any money tonight. It's going to try something else. But, you know, now with the actual two professional wrestlers and the circus has left town, Cody Jones is a dangerous, dangerous individual because you get that grown up in Texas with that Chicago. Oh, goodness, never mind. Pump fake, field goal, and it's good. On his face, he might be out like the Bears this season. 1-2. But Jones who has that Texas flavor to him of growing up. Dad was a professional wrestler. He's been one himself for 18 years. He's really gotten that Midwestern flavor too, and that nastiness that when he has to turn it on against a guy, some would say a professional like Fields, maybe he can find that second gear.
Well, let's not forget, Brandon Fields has a nasty streak of his own.
There it is.
I mean, he punted a mime right off of this balcony that we sit in. I mean, the man wanted to end John Paul's career.
Did not go well. It's a 2 count. The professional did not hook the legs. And speaking of Jean Paul, he will be in action. There will be 8 men in the ring. It'll be a 4-way tag, and someone called a fatal 4-way, but I don't want to get sued. Getting a second chance at the World Wrestling Tag Team titles.
Ooh, very nice. Oh, that was a clean European uppercut. That caught Cody Jones right on the bottom of the jaw and the side of the ear.
Yeah, I don't know that he appreciated it or even knows that it happened. He looks to be on Dream Street.
Once again, driving Cody Jones's head right into that top turnbuckle.
Where is Cody at right now? Another uppercut.
We've seen this before.
I think Fields, his mama told him to knock him out.
And Fields getting a little bit
Here
more
he comes.
momentum. Oh!
The shoulder in the back across the top turnbuckle.
I think Jones had that scouted, even though he was out on Dream Street.
Goodness. Yeah, but it's okay. He was just renting.
The boys here throwing the lumber back and forth. Oh,
what a drop kick. From that angle, to be able to pull that off.
I think Cody Jones right now is just working off instinct. It's just
trying to capitalize on every mistake. And it's a modified version of that power slam on the way through.
Ducked that big line, just snatched him right up there. I think that one really caught Fields off guard.
Now it's Fields trying to use the official while Jones kind of playing to the crowd right now. Might not be the best thing that he's done to capitalize in this match. I mean,
what a professional move by Fields.
Some would say there's an before that. But Jones, you can see the just grimace on his face as Fields has got him hooked up. He says that's it, but that ripcord into the super kick.
Right into the bottom of the underneath the armpit.
How you doing? Death Valley driver as well.
Cody going
There's
for
no
the
referee.
pin. There is no referee.
He can count to 100.
Yeah, I mean, you can keep on counting, Cody. There's no ref out here to help you.
Fans have gotten, I think, up to about 15, but there's it's kind of a confusion on Cody's face.
I wonder if that European uppercut absolutely jarred his brain.
Yeah, I would think it is worse for wear. Cody thinking about something on the second rope. Frog splash, but again, still no referee. And wait a second.
Here comes Coach Cat.
What is this Jamoke doing?
He's trying to get in the ring.
This is not going to end well.
I don't understand what
is wrong with him.
Here comes
Paloma's got a chair. What is wrong with this guy? Check you later, Steve. You lost your hat, and he just bushwhackered his way out of here. Now there's a disagreement between Paloma wanting to use the chair and Cody questioning. Wait a second. He doesn't think. No. Cody did the right thing.
Wait a minute. Him and Paloma were arguing over the chair. I don't think Paloma wanted him to use it. He pulled the chair away from Paloma.
Of a disqualification.
So the official who
professional
was knocked down. Can we just put a stop to this guy?
Brandon Fields.
And Paloma in a look of disbelief. Like you said, I'm pretty sure that's not what she was trying to accomplish.
No.
Said I was trying to help you, but keep in mind, this was all set up by Appollo. And now the champ has kind of got to be wondering of, you know what, I know I saw what I saw, but, you know, the record says you lost.
The #1 draft pick for Coach Cat pulling out a crafty victory here tonight.
The disagreement continuing, and Cody, he's not going to be happy. I feel like this isn't a disagreement that's not going to end anytime soon.
No, it is not.
It's going to be a long ride back to the Midwest. So the record books will show Brandon Fields via disqualification. He's your winner here tonight.
Cody still being a gentleman after they're arguing.
Lima. You just witnessed the debut of the main topic, Storm Garcon. Look at me. I smell like money, I am money, and I am the best. I got in that ring toe-to-toe with the greatest woman in war history, in my opinion, Paloma Starr. And I put her down. 1, 2, 3 on the mat. And if I can hang with Paloma Starr and I can beat Paloma Starr, I can beat anybody. So Shauna, Paris, Leela, whoever you want to bring to me next, this is my kingdom. I am the one. I am the only. And I am your main topic. You better believe it.
Starr has been on some sort of run since his time in War Wrestling. I mean, you put a belt in front of him, the guy has won it, every championship that you can find. And, you know, he might be straight up one of the nastiest guys to try to take down. Wait a second. Why is he back out here? I guess he and the dancing buffoon behind him are going to tell us.
I mean, I was a little confused. The best part of Jacob Rose was his entrance music, so I didn't hear it. I got upset.
So the whistles apparently has not been ejected for the building for Coach. Brandon Fields, in that match we just talked about, beat Cody Jones. The record will show. But in kind of a, I don't know how else to say it, but a Brandon Fields kind of way.
Well, he has a way of getting under your skin. And with the coach out there kind of directing traffic, scheming, game planning, there's no telling what he'll be up to next.
Kopaz, I think, trying to say, excuse me, sir, you've already done your damage here. If you could please just vacate the building. Like I said, Joe he's trying to be the voice of reason here, but I don't know that there's too much reasoning. If I'm Fields, the last thing I kind of want to be near is the ring when Apollo Starr comes out.
Apollo is a laid-back guy, but he didn't take no guff from nobody, you know what I mean? Like, he will stand up and fight you at any point in time. Bradfield wisely choosing the other side of the ring to walk around at this point in time.
Got a handful of just terrific title defenses with that shiny championship. And even Brandon Fields kind of, I'm not quite saying that he walked the other way, but he took a couple of steps.
Well, he's already competed tonight. He completed his half of this bet, if you want to call it that. He won his side. Now it's up to the champion to beat his chosen opponent.
All right. Okay. You know, I'm pretty excited about this one. I could not wait to come out here and tell you who I've picked for your opponent tonight. I was trying to think of someone who's the biggest, who's the baddest.
Wait a second.
Look out from behind.
And I thought,
Speaking of his opponent,
hear me out, Jacob Rose.
Apollo was looking for him, and Rose just blindsided him. And, you know, that's kind of the thing, though, with Fields, because we actually kind of knew who it was because he had been shooting his mouth off about it earlier on. He hadn't gotten to Appollo, and you're not exactly going to be in the same side of the locker room, but it's a well-played strategy, especially to have him attack from behind.
Yeah, for sure. Just running through the crowd like that, snake in the grass, if you will. It's pretty much Jacob Rose's calling card, being a scumbag.
I don't know that the best thing that you want to do is really start off by just taking off Apollo Starr.
No, if you're gonna take the first shot, you better make it count because he's not going down easy. You know, we've seen that a couple of times tonight where wrestlers have thought they had their opponent in the right place. They took too much time, whether because they were injured or because they were tired or wanted to argue with the crowd, and it cost them.
Look at Rose with the height. He must have been doing some extra lunges before that, but like I said, Apollo is just, you know, he's a different kind of dude because he'll hit you with power, but he just, and he made a critical mistake, Rose with a low bridge, but he can come at you in so many different ways. I mean, from the gas chamber to, he's fine punching you in the face, kicking you in the face. How do you game plan for a guy like that?
Well, that's one of those guys that is really difficult to game plan for because he has so many tools at his disposal. He's got a wealth of experience. He's got a wealth of martial arts and wrestling experience. And he's also got a body built similar to, well, his body might not feel as good right now after taking that belly to back across the apron. He's got a low center of gravity. He can generate a lot of explosivity from his hips and his legs. So he's got the ability to explode into clotheslines and suplexes and things of that nature. So you really have to be on your A game. And maybe that's what Rose and Fields needed to come up with, was to attack him from behind, get him off his game right off the bat. But he'd be better served doing that rather than running his mouth.
Yeah, that's not one that you take on a guy who's pretty much of a promotion, has a championship. There's a good chance that he's either been around it or he's held it a multiple set of times. And that's that thing. You know, you talk about it. No mistakes. You know, Mr. Mo Better Wrestling himself, I mean, who knows? It's in his name. He knows better than what you're going to do. Beautiful, though, suplex.
Jacob Rose is no slouch, that's for sure. He's trying to make a name for himself. He's trying to pull himself out of the shadow of the entourage that he was stuck in for the last couple of years. And really speaking, he had a run with the War Tag Team titles, but I think probably held back more so than anything else.
Again, it's such a thing where you kind of want to feel bad. Like, I mean, he's had kind of a thing, but it's how bad can I feel when you put yourself in the situation?
Well, like I said, he's a jerk, so I don't feel that bad for him. But
not many times. 1, 2, and you got to do something pretty big to put Apollo away on that power slam. He got a lot of it, but
yeah, impressive power slam. Not as good as mine, I'll say that, but impressive nonetheless.
What about a 5?
Yeah, we'll give him 5.5 stars out of 10 on that one. It's all in the hips.
I don't think you give him 5 stars. I think you get sued for that. Maybe a guy who will come yell at you. But Apollo is kind of on spaghetti legs right now. And you go back, and I say this all the time, but not exactly a War Wrestling original, but you think of a champion throughout the course of the years in this promotion specifically. He got dropped right on his face. That might be the end of his title reign.
Could be right here.
1, 2, and a strong kick out. But Apollo, who's been around the block, one of those guys who's been here for a long time, and whether it's the Soul Shooters or whether, taking on guys like Dusty Dillinger throughout the years, he's fought everybody, and he's always taken a little bit from everybody that he's beaten along the way.
And that's a great sign of a pro. That's a great sign of somebody who's a student of the game and is constantly learning. You know, you're never too old, you're never too far gone, you're never too many years in to pick up a new trick every now and again. And he's been able to adapt and overcome and really evolve since his early days in pro wrestling. And it's obviously showing with this incredibly long Respect Championship reign that he's had over the last year.
So kind of a big representation for his family tonight. It's not only he, but obviously with Cassius involved in that 4-way tag team match for the tag team championships.
Yeah, Cassius got a bright future too. He's, having his father in the game, being able to train him and teach him and give him some of those words of wisdom that takes some of us years and years to acquire because we don't have that mentor figure in our life, especially from such a young age, obviously from birth.
So Appollo now, just a beautiful transition for Rose to get him out in the middle of the ring. But, you know, Apollo's not going to teach Cassius every trick. He did teach him some when he came after dear old dad for this championship. And it just kind of goes to show with that workhorse mentality of what this, I don't know what he would have said, kind of I don't want to say middle, but a prestigious title that just right up there with the World Wrestling Championship because of what this young man has been able to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, Appollo, you can say put respect on his name, you put respect on the title. You know, he turned that belt into something that really means something, can main event a World Wrestling show without a second glance. Swinging neckbreaker there.
Speaking of turning, he just flipped him inside out.
Yeah.
That could be the end for that young man, is Rose. Traditionally, Appollo. Beautiful.
Under the chin.
Right into it in a familiar combination with a 1-2 it. Apollo, I really thought he was going to kind of bridge out into a submission there, but it might just be so tired right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, Rose cost himself a victory. He might have right there. He pulled him so far up to try and pin his feet over top of his shoulders. He actually pulled him almost all the way over. Apollo just had to shift his weight a little bit to get the shoulder out in time. Rose again making a mistake, turning his back on his opponent. He needs to try and put him away. He needs to try and hit him with that curb stomp. Take the win, take the title.
Again, it only kind of makes sense considering the fact that Rose literally started this match with Apollo's back turned. But he would try to take advantage of Apollo with that ripcord. Able to use that veteran instinct and goodness. Rose might be seeing Starr.
Shining spin kick to the face.
Apollo, just a traditional Apollo right into it. 1, 2, and 3.
He got it. Fantastic. That's that low center of gravity, the ability to hit a suplex I was talking about. Turned him inside out.
Poison Apollo. Starr!
And that's also the quickness of, as his kid once called him, the old man. Able to not look like one as he picks up another victory.
Yeah. As a fellow old man in pro wrestling, where, you know, age catches up to all of us, but we get to, sometimes, we just get that ability to get out there. We can feel just as good as we did 20 years ago. Apollo looks good now. Dancing his way to another victory. Jacob Rose just out figuring out what's happened.
It's Saturday night in Lima. What else would you expect from Apollo?
Yeah.
He's really got something to say as he just knocked Jacob Rose into probably January 11th when we come back here.
Yeah! Yo! Now it's been like 2 years since I had this title. I think the number is 550 days, 40 days to check what's coming. Am I close? Something like that, right? And in that time, ain't nobody been able to beat me. A lot of people been talking about beating me. Ain't nobody been able to beat me. Like I said before, this is not a talk about it title. This is a be about it title. Brandon Fields, you've been talking and talking, but January 11th, we're gonna see if you can walk the walk. I'm nice with mine. I'm like fine wine, and I'm better than I was when you saw me last time, baby.
568 days to be exact, 10 successful title defenses today. I think the man's right. If you want to try to get it, come step up. But like he said, everybody else has tried, and they've all fallen by the wayside. See, now he's got me rhyming.
Yeah. The numbers don't lie. There's the proof right there, still holding the title.
Kind of
Starr looking good.
poses the question of, what kind of A++ game do you have to be on, and who do you have to be to take that championship away from him?
Brandon Fields thinks it's him. He's got the coach in his corner. Even with the coach in his corner, he's going to have a tall task of taking that title away from Apollo Starr. The only question really is, how long is he going to be able to hold that championship? Is he going to be able to keep up this pace? Facing top contender after top contender. I can tell you right now, my reign as world champion, it was a war of attrition. It wasn't one single battle that cost me that title. It was a year's worth that built up over time. When is that time going to be for Apollo Starr when it just becomes too much?
When we see him in 25, he'll have been champion over 600 days.
Where were you when I needed you? I needed you out there today, and you were nowhere to be found.
You told me to stay in the back. You told me to stay in the back, and I'm doing like you asked me to do.
I needed your help. I'm always there for you, but you're not there for me.
When were you there when you brought a chair out? A chair!
I was helping you.
We're past that.
I was helping you.
I'm not that anymore.
I was there to help you.
I don't need
What,
a
like
chair.
you weren't there to help me?
You told me to stay in the back. I did what you told me to do. You asked me to stay in the back.
This next match is a fatal four-way for the War Tag Team Championship.
Championship defense number 2 of the night, and Coach Steve is back. He's probably learned to pay his parking tickets. Brandon Day made a phone call, and apparently
Introducing first,
Vinny Vici and
our
your car
first set of
is
challengers in this
gone.
match.
The debut
Hollywood,
here in World Wrestling tonight
Swayze.
away a prominent multiple-time tag team champion set in Adam Swayze and Rex. They call themselves the Box Office Blondes, and good Lord, look at Rex.
Rex is a giant human being.
Is his first name Terrence? T-Rex?
Call him whatever the heck you want to call him.
Just don't eat me.
Exactly.
But this is a showcase of just how good the World Wrestling Tag Team division is, because there you see
They are the defending
champions.
Accompanied by Jack
371 days and
Chronos,
7 title
the
defenses
Berserker,
later. The Wikked.
the Prophet of Pain, Amos, the
Whoa.
War Tag Team Champion,
The lights just went out.
Wikked.
And Dexy Black, I don't know if she's up here yelling stuff, but let me tell you this right now. How strange these two men are. They work together so well.
Here's one for you, though. I don't know if you were able to see this with the lights and the way things are in here right now, but the Box Office Blondes, Jexy went to get up on the apron, and they walked away.
Well, I mean, what are you supposed to do? You got two out of the 5 strangest human beings you could possibly ever meet standing 5 feet away from you.
Wow. Rex, he's got some words
Here
for
are
Miss
next
Black.
two challengers. First from Paris,
Speaking of words, here are none.
John Paul and
I don't quite know how to
and he's
completely
Pro Wrestling's
do these
favorite
two gentlemen
TV
justice.
dad
Gimmicks Inc. now 2/3.
and everybody's
Their
neighbor,
second straight
Mr. Gilmore.
shot at acquiring the World Wrestling Tag Team
Gimmicks
Championship.
Inc.
Last month, John Paul had a different partner in Cowpoke Paul. They were unsuccessful in a 2-on-2 match against the Wikked because there was some questions about that match. But this is a much different look with Mr. Gilmore.
Mr. Gilmore, John Paul, the Throne, the Box Office Blondes, the Wikked, Amos and Chronos.
And then, of course,
What else can we expect? John Paul sizing up Rex over there in the corner.
And our final set of challengers,
First from Indianapolis, Indiana, PTMME Prince.
The pride
Young Thriller,
of the Apollo Starr and a Cassius Starr coming in here.
So you're going to say the pride of Lima.
And the pride of Lima, Ohio.
There he is.
The Thrill.
Will the
They are
Thrill.
the Soul
Pride of Lima.
Thrillers.
So we're going with the South Thrillers tonight. And this is a way to make a mark. I mean, Will the Thrill himself, a former two-time World Wrestling Tag Team Champion, and Gimmicks Inc., they're getting into it.
You know, they're like a bunch of fun-loving guys, you know?
They look
But
like they're here for a party.
But don't get it wrong, though. Jean Paul will throw down. He is not afraid to throw those imaginary fisticuffs.
You don't want him to trap you in the box.
No, I have seen that man in a gunfight. Joe Lopez had a shotgun.
Well, I think he might have finally given up smoking, though.
I have noticed that he's only, maybe down to like a half a pack, a max now.
You know, I'm not tripping over those imaginary cigarettes in the parking lot anymore.
No, not getting burnt or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot better, but you know, I kind of think I feel like we got shafted a little bit though with Mr. Killmonger because he ditched the sweater.
Yeah, he ditched the Fiesta sweater.
I know that it is warm in here, but there was a monster of a human being over in that corner of the black and the gold.
Well, you know, we're so used to when these matches with the Wikked come out, we talk about Kronos and how big he is and how strong he is. But tonight,
wow,
the box office blondes show up with a mountain of a human being.
That might have been the mountain that came to Muhammad. So Amos, apparently we're going with the Lucha Libre rule in this match. And the leg drop. Brother, he hit him square. Mr. Killmonger now, or Mr. Killmore rather, now with the Killmonger across the face.
Oh, right there, the Amos special, right in the throat.
Yeah, he's not right. He's not balanced.
No, I always say he's been the twitchiest human being I've ever met in my life.
I'm told to point out that he is a classically trained and well-read human being.
Who, Amos?
Yes, I was told to point that out.
The classically trained, well.
Yeah, he's classically trained to throw fisticuffs and he reads books. Now, what kind of books he's reading, I'm not really sure.
I'm pretty sure that Jetsy's extensive library. Oh, well, right now, the mask is off.
And
Whoa!
Will Thrill, who just had that drop kick with Amos. Wait a second. Gimmicks Inc. just tagged themselves.
Well,
neither one of them was in the match.
I think it's just anybody for everybody trying to take out Kronos.
Rex just bulldozed Gimmicks Inc. and
Will's giving it everything he's got. Give him that Lima pride, Will. And that's cut short.
Say goodnight. Watch out, Ref.
See ya.
You get a flight this time of night, Lima?
Apparently,
the two behemoths just slugging it out.
They're about to slap some meat here.
Meat.
God, we got it all broke down here.
Uh-oh. Something bad is about to happen.
Will the Thrill going to the top.
And a high cross body takes out everybody.
But don't forget, Cassius Starr.
Now he's up to the top with some intentions.
The box office blondes, they just backed away.
Up into the lights and nearly halfway to Elida.
Somehow Killmore got out of the way on that one. And now it's just Cassius Starr and the giant Rex. Oh no, Cassius slipped off that rope.
This is not good. Will up to the top, and he just caught two human beings.
Exactly.
And I get by with some help from my friends. Box office block. Ooh.
Not on the same page there. Big double drop kick.
He got him with his schoolyard bully play.
Whoa.
Look at the height.
Gilmore is taking it there. John Paul. Whoa. Look at John Paul go.
Down goes Swayze and
Cross. Snapped it off.
Cassius, that quick little drop down in the go behind.
Whoa.
Eat some other. And Will looking for some sliced bread, and he got it.
Executed perfectly, all by the pride of Lima. Uh-oh, Will's in the sights of Big Rex.
Rex with a just a little bit of a slow up, and Will looking for a crucifix.
Cassius trying to find him. Oh, big kick right to Rex's face.
And here comes the second biggest man, the irresistible force,
Whoa.
destroying the immovable object.
Taking him right off his feet. Will the Thrill's been the target of both big men.
I thought Halloween was over, but apparently Michael Myers has come from the roots to a black hole slam. And what are these two doing? Gimmicks Inc. is not. He's just using it as a battering ram. Now the crossbody into Kronos.
I don't think
Amos.
I don't think the referee was. Oh, the
They
referee
hit him right in the
was
face.
I was gonna say I don't think the referee was expecting all this chaos.
Now the mask turns sideways in that violent kick.
That midsection kick, I've watched
Amos.
him lay people out left and right with that.
If the referee gets back, wait a second. Wait, what? Where is he? That's,
You hear that rumbling music.
it's the Dark Star. Matt Taylor, but what?
You
He's
have
got
to
one.
remember,
Oh, good night. Boom stick to the face. And boom shakalaka. Wait, Kilmore with, oh, he just razor's edged his teammate into a stunner. Count it. 1, 2, 3, and new champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and the new War Wrestling Tag Team Champions,
Gimmicks Inc. are the new War Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
I have no idea what's more ridiculous. The toe drop guy or the fact that Gimmicks is the new War Tag Team Champions.
371 days down the tubes for the Wikked.
Can we talk about Matt Taylor? He told Jexy he is going to destroy everything.
I've got to believe somewhere there's a very angry monster getting ready for his own title defense.
Right now, the Wikked, I think Will, Cassius, the box office blondes, I think everybody is in absolute shock.
You can see it on Will's face from where we sit. Cassius is just in reflective thought, and Will's, he just can't figure it out of how did that happen and what just happened.
Break the fucking camera!
Innovative offense.
How do you go tell Kronos that he's no longer carrying a belt around?
No, the question is, how do you go tell him?
I'm not telling him.
January 11th is going to be one fascinating night surrounding the new tag team champions.
300 plus days as War Tag Team Champions.
And they can't believe it.
They cannot believe the super kick heard around War Wrestling.
And a razor's edge of your own teammate into a cutter.
Brandon feels the time for talking is done. We set up challenges for each other, and now it's time to stop talking, because this title is not about talking. I'm respected from the sticks to the burbs to the hood for standing 10 toes down and always bringing the goods. The fact that I talk smooth like Tennessee whiskey is just a bonus. On January 11th, me and you for the War Respect title, and I will walk out the champ.
See, tonight, Will the Thrill and Cassius Starr came up a little short. But that's all right, because the next time the Soul Thrillers show up in Lima, Ohio, War Wrestling, all y'all better strap up, because it's going down, and we are ready for whatever at all costs.
That's right. That's right. Tonight we failed. But if it's one thing I learned about my time in War Wrestling, it's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up. And the Soul Thrillers are going to continue to get up and get up and get up and get up again until we are your new War Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. I'm standing right here with an All-American, with the national champion, with the pinnacle of the sport of professional wrestling, the future War Respect champion, the professional Brandon Fields.
Apollo, when are you gonna learn? You could have picked anybody in the world, anybody, for me to go one-on-one with, and your best idea, your #1 pick, I was still better than. I'm better than your best idea, and especially under the tutelage of Coach Cat, I'm simply unstoppable. Your War Respect Championship, it's gonna be coming home with me.
Can you believe it, John Paul? Can you believe it? See, I told you, okay, if we keep putting our best foot forward, we were going to show War Wrestling that we can be champions one day. And I knew you could do it. I knew you could. I knew you could. Just special. You're nothing. I'm happy you're here. Oh, you're through me. You're so silly. You're so silly. Now, for all of you out there in War Wrestling land, me and my buddy here, John Paul, are not just going to be defending champions, we're going to be fighting champions. And you know what? It might be the mind-faced warrior, John Paul. It might be me, your friendly neighborhood Mr. Gilmore. It might be Cowboy Paul. It might even be the Musket Bandit. You never know, because guess what? Gimmick Inc. is going to make sure that when we're here, we're defending these championships, even if it's Freebird rules. And you know what? I'm happy you're here. Bye-bye now. Oh, this is so great. I love it.
This match is for the War Heavyweight Championship.
Main event time here in the Road to Nowhere, and it leads to 2025 for the War Wrestling Champion, whomever he may end up being. Good to see, though, that George is back after he got knocked out earlier.
Referee Barney's okay. I know he took a big to the face.
Referees are not having a good night.
No, they're not.
This is, if body language could kill you.
This match is indeed for the War Heavyweight Championship, scheduled for one fall. Accompanied to the ring by Jesse Black and Alex Lynch. From deepest to darkest West Virginia.
The title is not for eating.
You can go tell him that it's not for eating.
I'll get on that.
He's the War Wrestling Champion, Beastman!
Come on, kid. Your finger foods for this man.
Enough!
It's time for a change.
I'm so unbelievably pissed off right now. Matt Taylor, you little bitch! You want to come out here and you want to interfere with me? You want to cost me my titles? Matt Taylor, as soon as Xavier Walker gets his ass beat tonight, me, you, Beastman, wherever, whenever, whatever you want.
Is she mad?
I got you, man.
A lot of squawking.
I gotta be honest with you, I heard about half of that.
I think she used some choice words on Matt Taylor. I think she said something along the lines of, Matt Taylor, my beast man, and you anywhere.
Get out here! Now!
This match is not scheduled to be Beastman and Matt Taylor, though. She was very angry for the fact that Santa can see her.
She is very angry because Gimmicks Inc.
She should be not angry but worried with this giant, massive human being and talent on his way to the ring.
Big Flexi, Xavier Walker.
The War Wrestling Championship on the line for Beastman. 189 days that he has been the champion, but a couple of successful title defenses, including Thanksgiving, where he beat up on Crash Jackson after taking the title from Brandon Day.
Now we will say, I'm all about, I'm all about sometimes you got to cheat to win. Sweep the leg, bite the ankles, do something. But Crash Jackson hitting Beastman's shoulders 1, 2, 3 last month was absolutely something I never thought I would see.
I think you could also make the case that Beastman is a whole lot of dude.
Look at this guy. He is a whole lot of dude himself.
Xavier Walker, the 34-year-old trained by Truth Martini. We've seen him on the tag team scene. He's been on your televisions on Friday nights. And he is just kind of a quintessential athlete because he's what you want. You build a champion, you go to your game and you create a guy. There's a good chance he's got a lot of the things that this massive, 6'6", super athlete, he calls himself Big Flexi. And he's got Jexy in between he and the champion.
Oh, Beastman. He pushed Jexy, he pushed Alex. Now he's on the receiving end of some massive headbutt.
He just hit him with a bowling ball. Turns out it was just his head. But Beastman on an impressive run. And, really, you think about how impressive it's been. And remember that 6-man tag that he was the first guy to beat Brandon Day, to pin his shoulders to the mat in over 2 years. And it ended up kind of being a precursor to not only the end of Day's title run, but the end of his career.
Yeah, I want to say Jexy Black and her Beastman and her Wikked, they put Brandon Day through so much punishment for that whole start to finish. And we know Brandon Day, he is one of the toughest SOBs here at War or anywhere you book Brandon Day. But the numbers game and what they put him through.
Oh my God! Like shot out of a cannon. Big Flexi with a big forearm.
Oh, yeah. You think we've seen Beastman standing next to human beings, and he looks massive.
But he's not really ever been looked down upon.
He's never been looked down upon. Big Flexi, just a giant human in himself.
Oh no, he might just, he might have irritated Beastman though. Oh, straight right. My goodness.
Even Beastman's a little bit of human, I think, somewhere along the lines.
Oh, don't tell him that. Being hit with a refrigerator. Beastman walks off and on his way out, tried to dump him back to deepest darkness, West Virginia. Walker.
Walker, I thought he was going for.
He's looking to go the distance.
Yeah, I thought he was going a little dive time there.
Instead, the double axe handle. Watch out, guy walking through.
Crowned him.
You Jimmy Kingdom?
Walker's trying to rule here.
Beastman, he just grabbed a chair. That's not gone well this evening. And Jexy running for the hills. Xavier Walker, what did the cameraman do to him? That's a smart move, Ryan. take off the other way.
He took off the other way, and now they're back at him
Look
again.
at him move again. I really hope he uses the camera up here for that. Otherwise, it's just going to be a shot of the ground of him smartly protecting his life.
I would not want to be in between these two right here.
Imagine the two of them walk into a local establishment, they just close down. No questions asked.
Yeah, they might not like each other right now, but
Walker.
Oh,
Face first off the pole, rings Beastman's head, and that's the ring awareness from the challenger of being able to break the count. He does not want to have this match end that way.
every time Beastman slams into something, you can feel the building move.
I guess if it's three corners on the fencing outside,
he's still after that little
kid. 3 out of 4. Well, now we've hit the trifecta and turned it in to all 4. I think Beastman was reaching, by the way, to try to eat that kid in the second row.
Oh, yeah, that kid in the blue shirt down there, that kid is, he's teasing the wrong guy, let me tell you.
I like the, I don't know if you want to call it smarts or arrogance of Alex Lynch to get right in Xavier Walker's face.
Yeah, like I said again, if you guys, you have no idea how big Beastman is, and Walker is just right there. The size of this man.
It's like being assaulted by an NFL defensive end.
And one thing that Walker's, he's handling a lot better than we've seen more people is the numbers game. Somehow, some way, he's been able to keep Lynch and Jexy at bay.
He's going to try to slam him. Right back, though, Beastman. So powerful.
Yeah, so powerful.
That is.
When I was repping one time, he tried to slam me. I had to run.
I would have run out to your car.
They were probably towing it.
Yeah, that's probably true. I told you, you got to pay those tickets. I'm a police department, just not screw around. I think it forced the Beastman. Look at the torque against those ropes. I'm actually surprised as hard as they hit that, but maybe either Walker's back or the ropes didn't snap.
Oh, well, I think the guardrail might have. Now, Beastman taking Walker for a ride.
Well, he said he hit me with the 4 quarters of doom. I might as well reciprocate. And Beastman now, he's got an evil intention here with the stairs. Walker, the officials kind of caught in between. I want to say protect. Wait a second. Protecting Xavier Walker and counting out. Now he's admonishing Beastman.
He just, oh.
That might have been more spine first on the
I don't know if
than
you
anything.
can see from the angle that I was at, but he was right on that angle of the top step on his lower back.
Beastman, oh, Huss. See, told you.
Referee George, when he got snatched there, thought he was a snack.
Beastman just kind of thought, nah, I'm just going to roll back in. He can lay out there. It's like they say in Rocky, if he dies, he dies.
I don't think Beastman cares. I don't think Jackson cares. All I know is Jackson can't afford to leave this building down one more belt.
Yeah, the bags are already a little lighter after Jean-Paul and Mr. Kilmore end the 371-day reign of the Wikked as tag team champions. Already up to 7. Xavier Walker.
Got to get to his feet.
Now up to 9, and Walker staggers and just sort of falls his way back in.
Now he's got to get back on the defense here, because here comes Beastman.
How do you provide a strategy for a guy like Walker that just felt the ring in the earth move, but provide a strategy to him to figure out how to just take on a human bulldozer?
There is no plan. I mean, you just got to go in. You know, we've watched people try to be very technical with Beastman. It doesn't work. They try to go toe-to-toe with him. It doesn't work. The thing with Beastman is you got to be able to be just somehow outlast the onslaught and be able to fight the numbers.
I've seen guys try to use chains, weapons, cages. That didn't work.
No, nothing has worked. Nothing has kept Beastman down.
Nothing short of maybe finding Boogeyman or Beetlejuice might be able to dislodge the War Championship for Beastman. But Walker with that high arcing drop kick.
Surprisingly got up there really high and put it right across Beastman's collarbone.
Did that once, jumped that high and got stuck for a while. It's kind of, it was confusing, really.
Beastman right back up on his feet, delivering a big jab.
He just decked it with a ham hock. Straight rights. And a headbutt of doom. Walker with a spinning
tornado punch there.
Right back goes Beastman with a murderous kick to the midsection.
Another big clothesline.
Walker with that leverage. Second time.
Ducks one there.
Beastman now. Oh! And he speared him in half.
You know,